What up people, this is Impixelation and this walkthrough is about Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Master System. Now this game is awesome. It's got its points where it gets awfully hard, especially if you don't make the right equipment upgrade choices. But other than that actually, it's just a pretty good, decent game to have, especially for a Sega Master System. One of my favorites. What you need to keep an eye out for are those hidden chests like this one here that you just kind of activate by walking or jumping in certain places. Most of them will contain that wizard that I just killed right now. That guy will turn you into a duck or an old man, which isn't that much of a big deal if you don't have other enemies around you. You can survive that. It's nothing. It's not a life and death situation, but what you want to do is just kill it as soon as he comes out of the chest. The other ones though will contain a gateway, which we'll see as soon as we get to one. Now these guys, the Reapers, it's just the easy to kill. Just basically the easiest enemy you're gonna encounter in the whole game. What you want to do in this level is just keep an eye out for those birds. Just the minute you see now, so we come to a gate. Now you have different pieces of armor or weapons. You only get 3 choices, so the game will basically mix them up. The armor will increase your overall HP. The helmet will give you new spells with every upgrade, while the boots will just slightly increase the way you jump. Like, it'll make it, I don't know how to say this, more fluid. Let's just say that, more fluid. Okay, the second part of the level. Now every level is divided in 2 parts. In the first part, almost always you're gonna have a gateway that'll give you an upgrade for the gear you have. What you want to do is get the boots, the red boots, by the time you get to the jumping part in the next level. You'll see I get it basically just before the jump. This jump, like, that's so annoying. Most people just quit the game right there. But until we get there, what you want to do with these plants that just come out of the ground, what you want to do is just get rid of them real quick. Don't let them throw them skulls around after you or nothing. Just kill them real quick. Now at the end of this, on top of these guys, wait, you get, like, you know, remember if you guys ever played Ghosts and Goblins, you remember those goblins that just roam around and kind of just dump stuff on top of your head? Well, they're back in this game, but here you get to shoot upwards, so just makes them so much easier to deal with. This level is just all you get to meet is these guys, the plants, and the boss at the end of the level, basically. So you see, this is the other type of bonus room where you just get to restore either your life or your mana points, whatever you want to call them. Right now I just have the fireball spell, which is damn good. It's better than the lightning spell, but I don't really use it much until later on in the game. It just takes a little bit to load, and for everybody that doesn't just playing this for the first time, I remember I had a hard time just figuring out how to freaking activate the spells and all that. So what you need to do is press the firing button and keep it pressed. Okay, the first boss here, this guy is really easy. All you have to do is just shoot upwards to his head, and that's kind of it. You'll probably get hit once or twice, but you'll make it. This is an easy boss. Okay, now we get into the second level. This level is annoying as hell. This is like the most annoying level in the whole freaking game. As I said, most people just quit at this level. You see this jumping skull things that just turn into freaking whatever the hell those are. They're annoying as hell. See, my mistake here was, well, actually I needed it because my life was kind of low. It just had one more hit and I was done. I took the green armor when I should have taken either the weapon upgrade or the red boots that they didn't have anyway in this room. But the weapon upgrade would have been a lot better than the armor at this point. Just, I needed the armor. So yeah, I went with it. Okay, now this pit here, this is annoying as fuck. Believe me, I died here. I remember when I first played this as a kid. I died here so many freaking times. Just made me want to throw the console out the freaking window. Well, if you do happen to fall through the bridges that just kind of break apart, remember you can still make it to one side or the other of the pit. So all you have to do is just be lucky enough to not just fall right in the middle, I guess. Because when that happens, the antlion at the bottom of the pit will just freaking drag you, and then you're kind of dead. You see that guy over there? He means business, so don't let him get to you. Once you get kind of like this side here where I went, it's not, you don't have to go there, but I go just to show you guys where all the chests are within the level. At least all the chests that I know of. If you just want to, I don't know, go through the game without trying to get your equipment as high as possible, just can skip most of these chests. But consider this: when you finish the game the first time, you won't have all your equipment upgraded, which you need to get to the final boss. So whatever you do, you're gonna have to play the game all over again. Sad truth, that's what it is. There's nothing to be done about it. Now, depending on whether you hunt down all these chests in the first playthrough, that's kind of like that's gonna mean between playing the game twice or playing it 3 times just to get to the final boss. Because if you don't hunt down all these chests, you risk not having all the gear fully upgraded even at the end of the second playthrough, and that'll kind of just bring you back to the beginning of the game for a third one, and you don't want that. Like, especially for people that want to get to the real ending of the game and get to defeat the final boss, which is the easiest part. Yeah, this guy right here, he's just like, I wouldn't call him a boss, he's just like a mini boss in between level 2, 2.1 and 2.2. Okay, once you get rid of that guy, you get to the second part of level 2, which is annoying as hell, especially because of the jumps. And if you don't have the red boots by now, this is a chance to get them. Believe me, if you don't get the red boots now, this level is just gonna, I don't know, it's just gonna make you burn the console, and I don't know, just basically it'll make you quit the game. Definitely, you'll try so hard to get past this point that eventually you just want to quit, I guess. That's what I did the first time I played the game. I just didn't care much about how to just upgrading my gear. Just took whatever I felt like. And I struggled so much for this jump. The jump before the chest and these couple of jumps right here. I struggled so much it just made me want to freaking punch a neighbor in the face just like that for nothing. Oh, also these plants, just kill them as soon as you see them, just kill them. They business. They mean business. That freaking eye they spit out, that's annoying as hell. and you don't want that, especially when you're jumping over a pit. Luckily, I don't remember meeting them in the other stages, so that's kind of the thing with Ghouls and Ghosts. You just get like every stage kind of has its own particular enemies. Unlike Ghosts and Goblins, they don't recycle the enemies from one stage to the next, which is kind of nice to see, especially in a 1990 game. Think about the fact that back then they really had limited storage space, so recycling enemies and levels and stuff, that was the way to go back then. So as you've seen, this guy, this nothing to it, just go left and right and mind the flames, just kill the dude, he's easy. The boss compared to the level is nothing. Now this stage right here, this is really particular, this is up-scrolling level, so kind of weird for a Ghosts and Goblins game, I think. I don't know, I didn't expect that the first time I played it, to be honest. Especially after playing Ghosts and Goblins, I didn't expect this level in the game, which was kind of nice to be honest. Weird feeling, but nice. So what you want to do is, you don't have to get rid of those sword-holding purple guys in the background. You can just dodge them left and right. You don't have to kill them. But if you want to get the chests, you might have to deal with some of them, just because they're in the way of the platform. As I said, making the chests appear kind of requires you to move to particular areas, just walk through particular areas of a level, which is what I'm doing now. Because in this level, as weird as it is, the chests are so weird to find, you know, especially because of the layout of the level, where you just can't just go back like previous level, just can go back and forth and look for the chests. In here, no, just up scrolling, you can't go back. If you miss the chest, that's it. And also your chance of getting a door out of a chest kinda has something to do with how many chests you've opened. At least that's what I noticed. I can be wrong, I'm not saying this is the basic rule, I just kinda, that's what I noticed when I played the game. Like when you open less chests, even the ones with the wizards in them, you have less chances of getting to the equipment upgrade rooms, you know what I mean? Now this level here, this is annoying as fuck. This is, for me, this level right here, this was more annoying than the fire bats and the jumps and the, yeah, basically it was, this is the most annoying part for me. Just because of these tongues. If you let the tongues drag you towards the mouth will swallow you and you're dead. That's instant death. Also, getting the chests and getting into the upgrade rooms is kinda tricky. So that's a minus. You might have to let some of the chests go, like I did with that one. Good thing is, once you make the chest appear, it don't matter if you open it or not. It'll still count towards the game will still count it as you found it, basically. So the next one will open a gate for you. So especially like if you just open a room or whatever gate thing, the next chest will never have another gate. So if it's like that one in an awkward position where you can't just get to it without risking certain death, just don't get it. Now, the boss at the end of this level, this cloud kind of thing, what to do here is basically just use the fire spell. There's no better way to defeat this boss but the fire spell. And while sitting in the corner waiting for for the fire spell to charge, just jump over whatever lightning bolts he's throwing at you, like I do now. This is, might take a try or two, but you'll get the hang of it. This guy is nothing to it compared to the boss you're gonna fight next. This guy is nothing. Yeah, and as always, just get the key, get yourself to the next level. Okay, now in this one, remember how I said they don't recycle enemies over the levels? Where some exceptions. This is one of them. This level is full of these ripper dudes. They just kind of roam around. That's kind of it. That's kind of basically the enemies you're gonna encounter in this level, except for those tower things, I guess, that throw rotten boiled eggs at you or something. So yeah, pretty straightforward level, pretty easy, nothing to it. As I'm saying, compared to Ghosts and Goblins, this one is just, it doesn't, from my point of view, it doesn't get easier than this. This game is easy as hell. You get to shoot upwards, downwards, and you get spells. Like, and you can increase your HP, overall HP. You get, instead of 2 hits, when you get the golden armor, you get 5 hits. You can survive 5 hits compared to the 2 hits you used to be able to survive in Ghosts and Goblins. So that makes the game a lot easier. That's probably why the final boss is so easy to beat, because the game just makes it so easy for the player compared to the previous one. Also, what you need to understand is, once there's no way in getting the, as I said, in getting the equipment, you need to meet the final boss with 1 playthrough. That's impossible. You just can't do it. Okay, these guys, what you want to do with these hands, don't get close to them. Just use the fire spell to take care of them before you actually get too close to them that you can get grabbed, because they will grab you, and that means instant death. Also, at the bottom of the waterfalls, you get to do a little bit of jumping. See when we get there. Shouldn't be that hard, just basically nothing to it. As I said, compared to the other jumps in other Sega games at the time, just this game is easy, fluent. Not easy that makes you not want to play it, like shit, this shit too easy. Complete in half an hour easy, you know? Not that kind of easy, but once you get a hang of it, this game isn't as frustrating as the first one, let's just say that. Cause man, the first game, the Ghosts and Goblins, Jesus man, that shit is frustrating as fuck. One of the most frustrating games I've played in my life. So yeah, we got to the platform part of the level, which, as I said, is not that hard. What you want to do is jump to this one to the left here, then jump to the next one to the left, and to the next one to the left, and after that basically it's just right, all the way right till you reach land. That's kind of it. Just nothing fancy about it. Okay, now this boss that comes next, this guy, he's from my point of view, he's the hardest boss in the game, because not only you have to wait for those blisters or whatever the hell they are on his back to swallow for you to attack him, you have to just pay attention to all these little maggots that crawl out and are coming to get you. So yeah, basically this is gonna require some work compared to the other bosses. What you want to do is, if you can, just lure them, because you see all those little maggots, they come out at certain points. You see this, I don't know what the hell that is, the yellow flying things, but the maggots don't come out when those things start flying. So what you want to do is take advantage of that as much as you can to attack the blisters. Now remember, you have to wait for them to turn like yellowish, otherwise you won't be doing any damage to them. So yeah, this is kind of like, this is the most, let's just say, time-consuming boss in the whole game. Anyway, what I wanted to say about the previous one is, the previous game, which I happen to have a walkthrough on my channel, is that game is frustrating as fuck. If you never played it and you don't like getting pissed off, I'm gonna say nobody like getting pissed off by video games. If you don't do well with annoying video games, just leave it alone. Just don't pick it up ever. I mean it. That game will, if you have like a bad temper, that game will make you fuck up your NAs. It'll make you just throw it out the freaking window. Well, yeah, as I said, this one is not that bad compared to that one. Once you get the hang of it, and basically just understand what each piece of gear does, you'll have no problem getting through the game. Also, compared to the other one, I haven't seen any extra lives pickups or anything of that sort, but you don't need it, because once you die, you still get the continues, and you get to continue from the same level. Added to the fact that you get up to 5 hits per life, makes you not really needing all those extra continues or extra lives like in the previous game. But hey, just saying, I noted that. Also, what I noted about the game in particular as a glitch is, whenever the game gets overcrowded with enemies, especially in the tongues level, the game won't let you shoot your weapon for some reason. Just press the freaking fire button and nothing happens. That's only when the level gets overcrowded with enemies. So I guess that's one of the reasons why the game just kind of puts 2 or 3 enemies on the screen at the same time, not more. Just, I don't know, if you happen to bring them over with you, but the game itself avoids doing that. So yeah, just better to try avoid that too, just because the more enemies you have, the harder it is to fire a weapon. The game just kind of freezes out on you, and that's kind of bad, because you're gonna have a shitload of enemies and no way to fire back at them. But yeah, the fire spell, as you've seen, comes really in handy, especially in this level. We're getting close to the end of the game. Now, as I said, you don't get to fully upgrade the equipment by the end of the game. So what I'm gonna do is, as soon as I defeat the final boss, I'll basically just run through the game one more time without showing you guys all this, because there's no point showing the same levels twice. What I'm gonna do is I'll just put the fight with the final boss once you get back to the ending point, because the game will tell you once you finish the game. Now you'll see the game will tell you that you need to have the best armor and the best weapon in the game. Now thing is, the weapons in Ghouls and Ghosts compared to Ghosts and Goblins, they're not unique in their individual way. Every weapon you get from the upgrade room, it's an upgrade to the previous weapon you have. So you're gonna have to pick that axe, and then you're gonna have to pick the discus, and then you're gonna have to pick the fireball. So for people that played Ghosts and Goblins, that basically just freaking hate the fireball. I remember it used to be the worst weapon you could get in the game. The fireball in this game kicks ass. Just basically destroys enemies like nothing. And you need to have the fireball for a chance to get the Psycho Blaster, as the game calls it. That is the final weapon, and you need that to be able to reach the final boss. If you do have all the golden armor pieces and you don't have the Psycho Blaster, the game won't send you back to the beginning. Luckily, it'll just send you back to the beginning of the last level. So what you want to do is, if you're on the second playthrough and you haven't found all the chests, all the hidden chests, what you want to do is get the golden armor. Screw the weapons, just get the golden armor, so you don't have to play the whole game all over again for the third time. Because if you have the golden armor and you have, let's just say, the knife, in 2-3 runs of the 5th level, you will get the Psycho Blaster, and you don't have to go through the pain that is the 2nd level and the 3rd level, because those are the most painful levels in the game. Level 5 is nothing, it's just a piece of cake compared to them. What I liked about this game is we get to see the final boss from Ghosts and Goblins. We get to see that guy as a mini boss in this game, which is kinda cool. Okay, in this part of the level, what you want to do is make use of the shield spell. Like, for real, this is the only spell you need to use all throughout this final level. The shield spell basically just turns you invincible. Just every main mini boss you're gonna fight in the game will have his ass handed to him, and you're gonna get a lot of the mini bosses. That's basically this last part of the game. It's full of mini bosses, just like as I said, just like the previous game. Basically, just takes all the bosses from previous levels and just sticks them all together as mini bosses in this final stretch of the game. So what you need to do is just keep spamming that shield spell. And just go through them like butter, I guess. Now after this pair of asteroids, or whatever they're called, we're gonna fight a strange boss. Just say strange name at least. The guy's name is Beelzebub or whatever, but he doesn't look like the Beelzebub we might all expect or anything, especially after I don't know, seeing so many movies and in which demons and devils are portrayed. When you hear about Beelzebub, you expect kind of like something like devil or something, you know, or a mean-ass demon or something. Instead, we get treated to a huge-ass wasp, which is kind of weird, cause the wasp kind of turns in like little small wasps when he moves around, just like that demon from Constantine, you know, if you ever read the comic books or seen the movie. But yeah, he is fairly, I wouldn't say he's easy as pie to defeat, except that now you have the shield spell if you brought the helmet up to the green level, which kind of makes it a easy boss. As I said, the game becomes really easy just because of these upgrades that you can do. Let's just say you would have met this boss, this Beelzebub boss, in the beginning of the game when you didn't have shield spell and your weapon was just using the javelin. That would have been a fight. But now with the shield spell, basically the guy can't even touch you. All you have to do is just use shield 2 times and he's dead. I don't know. Here I'm just trying to. I know there's a chest somewhere here. Just not sure how to make it happen. How to make it show up. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I'm not sure if it's gonna give me another door. That would be nice though. No, just a fucking wizard. Okay, here we go. Beelzebub, here we come. See, as I said, the little wasps or whatever. Shield up and throw all the knives you can at him, I guess. Now, because I don't have all the golden armor, even if I wanted to, I couldn't have had all the golden armor. Up to this point, I would have still missed one item. At least. The game really calculated that. The guys that made the game, they really thought about it, how to make you just start over again with a, I don't know, good reason, I guess, to do it. So yeah, the princess is not in another castle like in the Mario games, but you still need to play the game all over again, I guess, Arthur. That's what it is. So as I said, I'm not gonna. Now I'm back at the end of the game, defeating Beelzebub with the full armor and the Psycho Blaster. We get to see the final boss, Loki. This guy is just. I'm not sure if it's the weapon that you're using that's overpowered or the guy he's just too weak. I'm not sure which one it is. But anyway, yeah. This was the complete video walkthrough for Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Master System. I'll probably have a complete video walkthrough coming up for the Ghouls and Ghosts Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive, whatever the part of the world you're coming from. So coming up, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, or if you find this walkthrough useful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is a fresh channel. I need all the subscribers and all the likes I can get. So thank you very much, See you guys on the next video.